Hello, how you doing? Today it'll be a little different since I first off don't have a monitor because I'm using my AirPods for audio because I have Focusrite stuff and their drivers suck. My computer crashes all the time. I'm gonna tag you in this Focusrite. Yes, I've updated the drivers. Yes, I've reinstalled the drivers like 10 times. I own 2 different products, and every time I use a different product, I have to uninstall the drivers or reinstall them for their product. Otherwise, everything crashes. I'll buy me some universal audio stuff at some point. Get that sweet DSP. If you don't know what DSP is, talk to anybody you know who does audio stuff. I'll talk to you an hour about what sweet DSP is. You need some sweet DSP. For the album tonight, I'm calling it the Great American Rock Album. There have been many Great American Rock albums that have been made, so I'm going to talk about some of those in the weeks coming up. And the first one I'm going to talk about is the first one that comes to mind when I think Great American Rock Album, and that is Historical Conquest of Josh Ritter. All right, who is Josh Ritter? I found Josh Ritter like a lot of people did in 2006 when Stephen King wrote an article for Entertainment Weekly. Listed the top 10 favorite albums of the year. And number 1 was Animal Years by Josh Ritter, which is above me somewhere. He said that album won in a walk. He listed 2 songs from that album. One was Girl in the War and one was Thin Blue Flame. So I immediately went and I listened to those 2 songs. First time I listened to Girl in the War, it became immediately one of my top 10 favorite songs of all time. It's up there with Say Yes and Live Forever. It's a heartbreakingly beautiful song. And then the other song he listed was Thin Blue Flame. Thin Blue Flame is one of those great songs that starts out really quiet with just Josh playing by himself and guitar. It sounds like there's chairs being moved in the room around him. And over 9.5 minutes, it goes to bombastic rock and roll. It's also lyrically has more great lines in it than most artists have in their whole career. One great example of that would be, and the whole world was looking to get drowned, trees were fists kicking themselves to the clouds. I like that one. For a lot of Josh Ritter songs, it sounds like the wide open expanses of middle America somehow wrote songs and Josh Ritter just sings them. If at some point you do listen to Thin Blue Flame, please listen to it loudly on good headphones or in your car or good stereo. You know, Josh Ritter put a bunch of work. He wrote a masterpiece. Don't listen to your iPhone speaker quietly. You know, some songs you listen to your iPhone speaker quietly and it's fine. This one, listen to it loudly. So a quick overview of Josh Ritter's career. His first major album would be Golden Age of Radio, which is a good album. It's a very slow album. It's a great late night album or like a Sunday morning album. His second album would be Hello Starling, which is a better Sunday morning album or late night album. Still a bit slow, but it's wonderfully written. There's a review I saw written about it that basically said it's an album that's great now, would have been great 20 years ago, and great 20 years from now. It's a timeless album. And it is. So I bought the deluxe CDs of the first 2 Josh Ritter albums. Golden Age of Radio and Hello Starling. And what I find strange about those is they put a separate bonus CD on there where it's just Josh Ritter playing the acoustic guitar and singing the songs, which for a lot of his later albums would be cool. But his first 2 albums, all it is Josh Ritter sitting around playing guitar and singing the songs. It's like in the bonus CD, it's the same song, they just take out the tambourine. After that came the Animal Years, which is the one with Thin Blue Flame and Girl in the War. He also has a song, Wolves, William Egypt. Really all the songs are great. Just listen to them. His next album is Historical Conquest. Historical Conquest is what I think of like a great garage rock album with a poet laureate singing. All the songs are wonderfully written. They're wonderfully played. They're what I think about if like your neighbor is starting up a band in his garage, or his son was. It's what you would hope to hear if you open the garage and see what they're playing. Josh Ritter starts the album with 4 songs, which are all better songs than most artists write in their whole entire career, which would be To the Dogs or Whatever, Mind's Eye, Right Moves, and The Temptation of Adam. Temptation of Adam is a futuristic song set in World War III about 2 people finding love. It's a great song. The rest of the album moves and shifts, and the tempo goes up, the tempo goes down. All the songs are very well written. It's a great album. You don't have to skip a song. It's a great album that you could like put on a boombox and like shoot hoops to. It's one of those type of albums. Also, the album is red. I mean, look how cool that looks. I mean, you never see it when you're not playing it, but still, it looks awesome. After Historical Conquest, Josh Ritter wrote So Runs the World Away, which is a really good album. It has a song Folk Bloodbath, where if you look in the dictionary under Americana music, you really should just say Folk Bloodbath by Josh Ritter. Then he released A Beast in Its Tracks, which is the album of his I probably liked the least, and that was a tour I saw him on. He played a bunch of songs from that album. It was still great to see him live, but like I was really kind of hoping for any other tour but that one. But after Beast in His Track, we released Sermon on the Rocks, where he went to New Orleans and he got drunk and made a rock album. And it's great. He's got the song Get Ready to Get Down, where if you're going to listen to one song of his, listen to that one. Because if you're not dancing by the end of it and smiling, you're probably dead inside. After Sermon on the Rocks, he released Gathering, which is kind of a soul album, and I don't even own it. After Gathering, he released Fever Breaks. He went to that studio with Jason Isbell, who I'm also a huge fan of and spoke about before. And I thought, great, this would be the greatest album ever made. It's okay. I like the first half of it. And I feel Jason Isbell and Josh Ritter are very similar songwriters and singers. The difference would be, I feel every time that Josh Ritter records and writes a song, he has a smile on his face. You can kind of hear that in the music. Where Jason Isbell isn't frowning maybe, but he's probably not smiling when he writes his songs. And there's kind of a sparkle in Josh Ritter songs and maybe a hope that's not in Jason Isbell songs. The last item that Josh Ritter released was See Here I Built You a Mansion, which is an EP of kind of songs that have left over. And it's great. I don't know why these are songs left over. I mean, pretty much every song on there is better than the last two albums. To be fair, there are some good songs on Fever Breaks. A nice short rundown of Josh Ritter. You know, funny looking hat. Nobody watches these videos. My wife doesn't watch these videos. Scott gets bored after like a minute watching these videos. He doesn't watch the rest of them. I think Dick Darling watches the videos. They're not great, I know. For me, Josh Ritter is just part of my songwriter DNA. I mean, pretty much everything I write has a little bit of Josh Ritter in there. I will also say that Josh Ritter sings a lot of words fast, which is something I'd probably take a little bit of from him as well, which I'm sure Dick Darling hates. So Dick Darling probably hates Josh Ritter. Right now, he's probably watched this video and he's calling me and telling me how much he hates Josh Ritter. That's okay, I'm still write fast songs with lots of words, because I like fast songs with lots of words. All right, I made a Spotify playlist too. It's going to be linked below. I hate Spotify. Spotify can suck it. Spotify pays their artists less than anybody else. But like the 400-pound gorilla in the room, so you have to market to Spotify. You have to do everything for Spotify. If a Spotify CEO makes $1 billion and is up there telling people that they have to release more music, and it's a website basically dictating the art of music, and that sucks. I don't mind people being billionaires. It's like when a billionaire goes up there and be like, hey, people are paying hundreds of cents for stream, release more songs so I can make more money. That doesn't come off well. It doesn't come off well at all. So there's a Spotify playlist below, but I'm also going to put the songs below in the playlist so you can listen on Apple Music and iTunes Music and Deezer. Everything else that pays artists more, which would be great. If you like the songs, buy something too. Buy a t-shirt, buy a record, buy a song, buy a CD. I know everybody has CDs, but buy a CD. Or, I don't know, stream the songs on Spotify. So Josh Ritter can get hundreds of a cent for every song that you stream, for these great songs he wrote. It's be great when I go and do marketing on Spotify. And all these people, because they only market to Spotify, like there's nobody out there marketing for anything else. So I'm gonna go out there and I'll talk to these marketing people and be like, we can get you 10,000 streams. They'll be like, oh great, how much money is that? And they'll be like, well, $3. I'm like, okay, how much does that cost? Like $500. Never make music if you want to make money. It doesn't work out. I don't make music because I want to make money. I don't make albums because I want to make money. Because you don't make money. You spend money. I said I would show you what it's like for an independent artist to release music. This is what it is. I was going to get a shirt for the next Great American album I was going to do. But the shipping out was like $9 for like standard shipping. You can't have $9 shipping and handling for your base level shipping and handling. Like I can push $6, but not like $9 for like, 2 to 3 week first class mail. That doesn't fly. All right. Well, next time I'm going to do something. Probably play guitar. I like to play guitar. So I'll do something where I play guitar. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. We'll see. It'll be fun. I think it's great they make big guitar rock and all I do is talk about folk artists and Americana artists. I like folk Americana artists. I don't write folk songs or Americana songs. Well, I write folk songs with loud guitars.